Hi, Wade Galt with Insurance Agency Mastery here. I want to share with you an extremely important story about three agents, the hunter, the gatherer, and the farmer, how they ran their agencies, and how it impacted their incomes and lifestyle. In this story, I think you're going to see a little bit about your own agency, get some insight into what you've been doing and seeing what's been working, what's not been working, and set you on the path to be maximizing your income, optimizing your free time, and making your life and business as simple as possible. A wise old executive mentored three dedicated agents. Each agent sought to create and grow an agency they could enjoy during their career and retire off of. The executive called this an automatic agency. During your years learning with me, each of you has created a business model to implement and create an automatic agency, the executive said. It's now time for you to stop making your plans and start implementing them. If you can implement successfully, you'll experience the income and lifestyle that comes with an automatic agency. We will meet back here in 1 year to discuss your progress. 1 year later, they met again, and the three agents reported their progress. The agent who was the most talented salesperson began speaking proudly. I call my business model the hunter model because I actively go out to get lots of new business. It is my goal to use my sales skills to grow an agency big enough to pay for my income for the rest of my life. Every year I personally sell $100,000 of new business and $50,000 of it renews the following year. At this rate, I will achieve my target income in 10 years. The executive replied, "Good work, but be careful because hunters get tired as years go by, and younger, faster hunters eventually outrun older hunters so that old hunters only get the leftovers." The hunter replied, "Thanks for the advice, but I'm different. I'm in the top 1% of producers. I can outrun anyone and I can keep up the pace." "Very well," said the executive. "Carry on." The agent who was the best manager and financial planner spoke next, even more proudly than the first. "I call my business model the gatherer model because I research the market to find the lowest hanging fruit and simply collect it. I find out which are the easiest sales to make at any given time, and I focus my marketing on these areas. This keeps my expenses and staffing needs small. When my gross income increases, my net income increases almost as much because we're so efficient. Every year my agency gross income and my net income each increase $10,000, so I should be able to stop working in about 5 years and live off the income I make." The executive replied, "Very clever, but be careful. When fruit hangs too low for too long, other gatherers soon find out and overcrowd the area, so there's no longer enough for everyone." "Thanks for the advice, but I'm different," said the gatherer. "I'm the best researcher around with the latest technology. I can outthink anyone, and my systems are up to the challenge." "Very well," said the executive. "Carry on." The third agent was not as great at sales and not too bright with technology or numbers either. But this agent loved people, and people loved the agent. "I don't know how to sell $100,000 of new business or grow my net income by $10,000 every year. I call my business model the farmer model because I look to cultivate and grow relationships. I don't expect huge growth in any 1 year, just steady growth over time. Just like many of the seeds of today's trees fall and automatically start growing next year's crops, I cultivate relationships, and my clients help grow my business for me by referring their friends and family. My clients stay for life because we treat them great, and that's the type of people they are. We push away the price-obsessed clients because they're like weeds that distract you. They require more staff and steal time from your best crops. I like my job, I believe in the product, I care about my clients, and I grow my income by 6% every year and work 1 less hour per week every year." "Brilliantly simple," said the wise old executive. "I think that is a very wise plan." Feeling jealous, the hunter and gatherer questioned the wise executive. "Why didn't you criticize the farmer's plan?" "It's hard for me to criticize a plan I know works. This is the same plan I used to grow my agency. It is the plan taught to me by my family of successful agents, and it has worked for many generations." Have you ever heard of an insurance company named after hunters or gatherers? Did you ever think maybe there's a reason that many top companies have the word farm or farmer in their company names? It's not just marketing, I assure you. It's a mentality, a way of thinking and living. This was as close as the executive would come to suggesting the other agents change their models, but they were proud, and the executive believed they should make their own choices. I have taught you all I know. Everything is cyclical, so you need to learn no more. No new technology or gadget will fundamentally change your industry or your agency, but the way you treat your clients will, said the executive. Good luck with your businesses, said the executive. Perhaps we shall meet again in 20 years or so. Many changes took place over the next 20 years. When the insurance rate increases and exposure management came, the hunter was not able to sell $100,000 of new business every year. The agency continued to lose 20% of their renewals every year. In 5 years, the agency was half its size, and because expenses stayed the same, the hunter made only 25% of what they were used to making. The hunter was never able to afford to stop being the main salesperson, and never got to enjoy the benefits of being a business owner. Keeping up with the younger hunters became impossible. When the recession came, the gatherers saw the market get overcrowded and watched 10% of the agency book leave every year over price, until the gatherer made only half of what they were used to making. When the gatherer retired from their agency with what they thought was just the right amount of assets to live off of, a drop in interest rates on investments left the gatherer unable to retire and looking for work again at age 65. Meanwhile, the farmer, who always focused on relationships, never grew the agency more than about 10% per year, but they grew at least 6% every year, with the referrals of the people they knew for years. When rates got high, the farmer helped clients reduce their premiums and kept them from leaving. When the recession hit, the farmer helped clients reallocate insurance dollars to make sure they protected their loved ones and their income first, and their things and luxuries second. The farmer never retired, but simply worked 1 hour per week less every year, so that the agent who worked 50 hours per week as a 25-year-old eventually worked 25 hours per week as a 50-year-old. Every year, the farmer increased net income by 6%, so that net income doubled every 12 years. By the time the farmer was 62, net income had doubled 3 times and gone from $50,000 to $100,000 to $200,000 to $400,000, and the farmer worked 13 hours per week. The farmer eventually chose not to reduce hours any further and simply enjoyed growing their agency while helping employees grow and helping clients achieve and protect their goals and dreams. Many said the farmer was lucky. Others called the farmer an absentee agent. But the truth was, the farmer simply understood the business model and worked it accordingly. I hope you find that story helpful. I think it's important to note that there's nothing wrong with being a hunter or a gatherer and a farmer. All three have their place. But at the end of the day, the backbone of the agency, the bread and butter, really has to do with farming. This is the part of the business that many agents are not as familiar with, and this is the core part of the business we help agents with tremendously. If you think you'd like our help with this, go ahead and register now for your free strategy session. In that, we'll review your agency performance, the sales, the staffing, and the accountability in your agency, your personal net income, the agency profitability, producer return on investment, marketing ROI, and the lifestyle you're creating for yourself, and we'll discuss how you can improve all of these. To register for your free session, go ahead and contact us on this site, or you can send us an email to support@insuranceagencymastery.com. Thank you for listening to this presentation of The Hunter, the Gatherer, and the Farmer. We look forward to helping you work less, make more, and create your most desired lifestyle. Go ahead and register for your free strategy session now.